Thanks, thanks, Paulo. I forgot to unmute everything. Thank you. Yeah, I'm still in jet lag mode. Oh, who drew that? Did you draw that, Glenn? Hey, Tom. You're on mute, Glenn. Okay, so for gold, if we can push up and take London high, I'll look for some sells as well. So we've got NY 50%, which has already been taken. Yeah. So I want to target sells from around this area. Just have to see what, if price is ripping up through here, then we've got this little bit here that hasn't been tapped yet. Would I say US 30 is bullish for the day? I haven't looked at US 30, but I'd say it's what I was talking about before. I think the PPI hangover, I think the sells a bit easier for today from lower time frame structure. So if you wait for it to come back up to nice levels to sell from, but who knows, US 30, there's a lot of volatility in US 30. There's only 30 companies, so US 30 can definitely break ranks with the others. Oh, you're bearish. Yeah. I think so. I think there's a better chance that that news from PPI, I think it's is more likely that there'll still be some residual bearishness. I know that the stock market's super bullish, but I reckon there would be, I'd be highly surprised if this is the low of the day of this Asian session. So I do imagine that would be have some sort of sell-off. Maybe not great sell-off, but some sell-off. As long as you've got a bias, that's the main thing. Just have a bias, whether you're looking for longs or shorts today. Wait for your levels, wait for your triggers. So I'm just going to move a little alert down here. I want to see what price does when we hit this level. I want to see if it breaks it, or if it sort of consolidates and taps into that little level a few times. If it's pushing up, wicking into it, gathering that buy side, that sell side liquidity, then we could see it now come down, and I'd look to target back down. So we'll see. right now, I'm not interested in taking any sort of entries inside of here. So hopefully London can give us some volatility, push up into this, and then show signs of rejection. The other asset I'll look at is German 40, and I'd like to take some sells here, but like not.
And that's just like a quick dump, mate.
It did a dump.
Yeah, real quick. It's done a quick sell.
Well, it's better than a long, slow dump that takes ages, right?
Yeah, it's not a coffee one.
Oh, it's like regular.
Yeah, it's been.
See that 15 minutes fair value gap in German 40
Down here? Oh, 15 minute? Let me have a look.
Yeah.
This area here, Joe?
That was a joke.
Yeah.
I just heard.
What'd you
I
say?
think it's just a bit of a bullish reaction from that.
Well,
Or you,
I see this as an area, like this whole area, where there's going to be liquidity. So I reckon they could bounce off of here with the London Open.
Yeah.
I would like to see this little pullback and then look for the sells from up here. Whether I want to take this move inside, like do I want to trade between levels or from my levels? So I don't mind doing either on certain days.
it's very sideways though.
Yeah.
That area, no, yeah.
So, like yesterday was such a great day that I was quite happy to trade. Like, I still wanted to look for sell. When the news came out, I was only looking for sells, but I was happy. Like when you've got like good volatility, you've got good separation between levels, so you can trade between the levels a bit easier. I find when it's a little bit tight and like the hangover effect, trading between these levels can be a little bit choppy.
Yeah.
So I got 2.5 minutes for NY. Oh, sorry, NY, Jesus. London. Can we do a wick fill? I don't know what this did. Is this on your feed? This spike?
Yeah, it's on mine.
I don't know what it was.
On ACG.
It's on AC markets as well, yeah.
Let's have a look.
It's on smart charts as well.
Oh yeah. The devils.
Everything's on smart charts.
What?
The devil.
What charts?
The devil.
Satan. Beelzebub's arrived. Oh, sorry. I shut up.
It's on Blue Guardian too. I did notice it, and I was trying to think, gosh, was there, like, what was it? I had a look in the news around 4:40. Oh, French CPI. Actual 3.2 versus 3.1, so it came out a little bit different. Only 0.1 again. So 4:45. It was all like war news, I thought. Oh no, that was even earlier. I saw these like... Where was it? Anyway, we'll find it later. We've got the open here in 30 seconds. Gold looking...
Sideways.
Yeah, but, with the way that this is pulling back into these, if it can pop up, if it can do like a little thing like this, like a little fake out, kind of grabbing liquidity from under here, then I think we could actually propel up into that area. So watch, this is the open now for London. So looking for sells. Oh, NAS US 30. Yeah, yesterday was a lovely day.
I thought gold was good towards the end of the Asian session and the first part of the Euro. Just really did a price action there, and it's just gone into ranging now. But not
Yeah, good little move here.
yeah,
50 pips towards the end of it.
Yep.
Okay, so taking a Euro high.
It's going to screen down, isn't it?
Not sure yet.
I scalped a couple of pips there just on that pullback.
Happy to let the first like 10, 15, like first like next like 5 minute candles play out. I think this area presents some problems down here. This whole zone initially. So I'm going to treat that as like a bit of a target if we can get some of these sells from higher up. Want to see some rejection wicks. So what I mean by that is like candles that make a higher wick. Doesn't have to be bearish, but candles that make like a oh gosh, let me just do red. So candles like this, or even candles that do like something like this. I don't mind that as well. Long as the low, the high, long as the close closes below the previous candle's high, I'll treat that as a bit of a rejection wick, as long as this is at a nice little area. Am I happy with Pepperstone as my broker? Yeah, for my personal broker, I'm very happy with them. Been with them for years. They've had a few little issues with them at the start, but that was more my ignorance as a new trader when I first started trading. So I did leave them and we tried like other brokers, but that was like I was getting annoyed with rollover, slippage, and spreads. But that's just the part of the game. Understanding that hold-in trade over rollover can give you some nasty spreads for the first hour. That was me blaming Pepperstone, but that was just me being dumb. So eventually I tried FXEM, tried IC Markets, tried a couple others. And then I found Pepperstone were the ones that were more consistent, and they always paid me out like within literally sometimes even less than a day. Anytime I wanted to make a withdrawal, it was really good. I've been with these guys for years now. That's for my personal side. For prop accounts, I kind of went off I didn't really late to adopt prop accounts. And then the first time I tried to dabble with it was my Forex funds. So that left a bad taste in my mouth because they went bust when I was finishing it. So I stopped again, but now I'm trying with Trading Nut, the Blue Guardian one. And to be honest, the first time I didn't know what the spreads were going to be like, and they were freaking awful for German 40. And now they've changed their broker, where they get it from, and the spread's amazing. It's 0.4, well 0.6 right now, which is great because when I did the first challenge, it was 3.2, which was awful, really, really awful. I haven't tried City Index. No, I've stuck with Pepperstone. Pepperstone for my personal stuff. I'm really happy with Pepperstone. Yeah, and then it's easy to set up with TradingView. I don't trade on TradingView though. I just trade with MetaTrader. It's way easier for me anyway, because I can just do like the whole one click is a lot easier for me, and like adjusting stop losses and take profits. Not saying there are that is the best. It works for me, and if it works, I'm not going to change it. Can you set up micro or minis? You mean like lot sizes, like mini accounts and micro accounts? You can trade all lot sizes with it. For German 40, their lot sizes for the indexes for Pepperstone, they are the minimum increments is in 0.1 lots, but it's the exact same as 0.001. So you can do your minis on there. Oh, micros, sorry. Oh, on the futures. I have to look for you. You mean like S&P minis? I'm not sure actually. I never looked. Okay. I'm bringing that right now for you. Not sure if you can. Doesn't look like they have a category for futures. Yeah, no, I thought you were talking about mini lots, not a micro. Yeah, I don't think you can on there. I can't see it anyway. Can't see your mini. All right, so we've come up. Let's see how it reacts to this little last bullish candle before that drop. See how this candle can close. That's that candle I was talking about earlier. The one that closes below the high. Okay, if this one can close like so, then I might give the pullback a shot for a sell. So I want to see this one close first, but I'll be setting something up, pretty small stop, looking to target this Asian low. I want to see this one close outside. That would have been that normally would be a trigger for me, that candle there, but I was watching the 5 minute, so I don't want to chase this here now. So I'll see if I can retest this 3 minute candle and then form that like double rejection, and if it does that, I'll be looking for this to break support and then push down into this little target area. If you're in sales already, good job. I clearly was looking for something. I was looking for that E-mini. And I had the 5 minute candle on. So nice 5 minute close. See if we can get a retest. If this one doesn't work out, I'm still looking for sells, but I don't want to like have my stop loss up here. I'd rather just, you know, cut it earlier, get in again if it does push higher. So 3 minute close nicely. See if we can have a bit of a pullback, like retest this bullish candle, and then risk reward's good. Keep my lot sizes low. And see how that works out. Spilled coffee on my desk as well, so good job. Good morning.
Not on your keyboard.
No, it's actually I was on the mouse pad thing. I don't know how they did
I usually
that.
spit on the keyboard.
I had no idea how I did that. Just looked down, there's coffee all over my desk.
Oh, I'm terrible for that. I have to kind of, I have to station in and drink like way over to the right or way over the left, so otherwise it's just gonna, I know it's gonna spill at some point.
Yeah, I have to wear my daughter's bib. Yeah, gold looks like it's just dropping now. It's a bit of a pain. Let's see if it can come down, basically where this black box is. If it can get down close, then without touching it, then I'll hope that we can get a bit of a pullback, retest the structure, the area that like this whole area kind of consolidated and then broke down, and then the move started from like here. So I'll look for something. If we can push down without touching the low here, I'll see if we can get a bit of a pullback. Play this up, play this idea. German, I'm hoping that we can get a bit of a pullback. Otherwise, I missed the move. Interesting stat on DAX, average standard deviation out of IBs. IB is 0.87 on double side. IB tags days. What is IB? Wait for the FEG hairline, Daniel Savage. What's the stat, Lewis? This here won't be a limit order. This will be a market execution. If, like, I'm not going to just have something here on the way back up. I do want to see a wick around this area before I go in at market. Okay, just to be clear, it's the levels I'm looking at, but I need to see a wick rejection first. Initial balance. Traditional initial balance. So you mean like average volume, like range? Oh, so you're saying like, wait. Because I've got some stats for the initial move for London, for the London Open, the 8 to 9 a.m. candle on average is around 78 pips. I haven't done like standard deviation or anything for the initial, like the German Open. Okay.
Good morning, Alan.
Hey, actually, how are you, mate?
Good, man. About that shot, I think little bit problematic. It's just my opinion, based upon higher time frame.
Yeah.
And, if you go to the hourly,
Yeah.
so we may come back to taken out the high here, and then maybe we will start to the downside, because this can be a liquidity now.
Yeah, that was my first idea, was wait for this area. Like this box is where I was targeting to get these cells initially.
And we have a broken FU also. This is a broken FU here, so it makes sense to price to come back to retest that broken FU.
What part of it? Because it would be testing it at this level.
Yes, whole area, but this was happening in Asian session, so price may wanna taken out that high, taken out that Asian high liquidity, and then we may get more to the downside.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Because that's like, that wick was a bit odd in the Asian session, so I wasn't sure if it was doing a wick fill for this one. But what do you think about? Would you just disregard if we get like another 3-minute candle? Like if you get like a HCS from here.
On 5-minute other time frame, we have a FU candle from downside here. So going against that thing, it's difficult with a lower time frame.
What about this one here?
Yeah, but that's a liquidity, I can say, as a Asia high liquidity. But it may work, but most probably they wanna taken out. It can work out. It price can taken out the high, but not closing above that high with a body. Like it can work, like either just taken out just a high and then immediately closing below, but not closing above that area with a body.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was my first plan, was for it to push up into above the Asian high, into this structure that was to the left over here. I really like the idea of this one, and then have some candles that close like wicking into it, but really struggling to like gather anything from it. That was the plan I really wanted to trade from. But I am interested in this because I do have a bearish bias based on the fundamentals. But I am interested in this one. But you know, I'm also cognizant of my first trade. Often is a little bit early.
Let's see, we get any kind of bearish momentum here or not.
Yeah.
If they create a HCS here, that means they are not interested in this upside liquidity then.
Well, that's what I was targeting. If it does it here on this 3 minutes, or even the 5 minutes for that reason, for that matter, let's do a little bit of a rejection candle. We'll see. If it just keeps on printing bullish candles like this and then breaks that high, then that whole idea is negated. How did you get on yesterday, mate?
Yesterday got the one trade on gold.
Yeah,
Took a 5 pip loss and then got the good entry afterward.
nice one. Yeah, I took a loss first and then got the move on this. Waited for after the news. I'll keep my eye on German 40.
NAS is looking interesting.
Oh yeah.
Pullback.
So this was the PPI news. Then I got in for the sell here, hoping it was just going to get down, but then cut my losses early, and then was going to hold a bit of drawdown, but it was too much. So I cut it and then got back in up higher, and then got that move down to pretty much closed. I was waiting for 2160, and it missed the take profit by like this much. And then as it came down, it was agonizing to watch that. So I ended up cutting majority here, and then just left the runner to close out. But that was a good move.
We tried to take a sell here. It did not work out, so close early like a 5 pip loss, and then got entry here for sell.
Oh, you got in really late.
Yes.
Oh, because you started the stream later, didn't you? You started the stream like 2ish. That was already done.
I mean, we wanted to enter here, but it's just a 1 minute CS was there. Nothing else was there.
Yeah, I was just trading structure. I was trading the 30-minute structure. This bit. This yesterday? No, that's Wednesday. That's Tuesday. Over here. Yeah, I was trading 30 minutes. Just went in on it again. Sorry, Glenn. So NAS, huh? Let's have a little peek.
3 minute.
Oh yeah, got a little rejection candle. Yeah, come on, German. Let's see if we get any rejection wicks. Or with this is the patient trader level. Looks like it's just going to keep on pushing. There's no trade here just yet.
Gold's retraced back into that range or into this other resistance.
Oh yeah, yeah. I reckon this could push up higher into the zone if this is a proper fake out. Grabbing liquidity from underneath these equal lows, finally sweeping it, then this could launch it up. So we saw that in. It was actually the same price action on Tuesday. Here. So price pushed up, and then it came down, swept these lows, and then gave another push. Oh, good one, Chris. Okay, German 40. Did it actually close lower? Oh, kind of did. I want to see. I don't need to, because the risk reward's good. Don't need to rush this entry. 5 minute just closed. The 3 minute is giving you like a pretty decent confirmation, but the 5 minute hasn't given a confirmation yet. And we're getting close to the 30 minute candle closing. So I'm tempted to wait for the 30 minute candle to close. Because if it closes somewhere like here, then I reckon that's going to do the wick fill, break the high, and then actually go up and then complete what Akshay was saying. If this 3 minute candle closes something like this, then you'd have to be, yeah. If we break this high, then it's just even more reason for me to wait and just think that this first trade idea is just too early. Josh De Beer, 20, basically 2170. Yep, that I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind seeing gold push up higher. Yeah, after such a great day yesterday, and being Friday, we don't have the same sort of catalyst, unfortunately. So so these moves can be a little bit inconsistent. We've got some good news next week though. We've got Aussie interest rates. We've got FOMC next week as well. Come on, push. I want to see it push so that I can completely forget about this area as a sell zone, and then I can target my much preferred zone, which is above the Asian high liquidity. I'll just move this so it doesn't distract people. I mean, what if say we did give it a shot? You'd only be risking like 5 pips. Can do that now because I couldn't do that on the previous challenge whatsoever. Because you got to factor in. I'd have to you have to factor in so much for the spread. But 0.4, 0.6, that's really good. Excellent advice, Dan, as well. It's okay to miss trades, absolutely. You can do extremely well from only trading like a few times. A lot of great traders only get a couple trade setups a week. It's important though not to spend time away from the charts. Like if you know you only get in a trade every now and then, it's good practice to be able to get to the charts and then know that you've got the resilience not to take a trade and just wait for these really clear days. But if you don't put the time in when you're at the charts, you very quickly get rusty. Okay, 30 minutes just about to come to a close. It's looking like a pretty strong candle. So I think it was a good one to miss. The 5 minutes still not giving anything. 3 minutes was very tempting. But that's the problem with low time frames, is that whilst they can give you the best entries, they can also give you a load of fake signals, depending on what your entry criteria is. Like the 3 minutes, if you're just strictly on the 3 minute, you would have had entries. Well, the way I look at entering. On the 5 minute though, there hasn't been an entry. And now we get into the close of the 30 minute candle. Yeah. Like what I'd go on.
You're also just staring at a clean candle to the left, and it's sort of like, well, it just looks so inviting that it'll just continue up to fill it.
Yeah, when you go, yeah, like it's just a weird wick at a weird time of day. So the new 30 minute candle's in. what I would see as an easy trade would be if we break this low, bounce off of here, come up, and then as it's breaking again, then I'd say taking it down for like another 20-30 pips is a pretty good idea, especially if you can get a bit of a pullback entry sell. But I'd say that would be a pretty good idea, taking the second break of this area. You don't get the risk reward that I like to get, but you do get the safety. That is it's a much more higher probability setup if it's broken this level, broken like this trend line, and breaking it, like retesting it the second time. Much more higher probability of it's actually going to retest this Asian low. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Ivan. I thought you were talking about Tom City Index. You were asking, does Blue Guardian have the Razor and Standard? I didn't actually see the option for it. I just took what they gave. I'm assuming, oh, I don't know actually. I'm assuming it's Razor. They don't charge commission on I'd have to take a trade on a currency pair to work out, because they don't charge commission on indices or commodities anyway. But the spreads are low enough that I would think that it is a Razor. Gold spread right now is 0.7. Super low. Almost too low. Suspiciously low. That's what I liked about MFF, was that the spreads were low. But then it turned out that they were low because they were doing things behind the scene. Oh, I just started it. When I got back. They went through the whole changing brokers because of 8 cap pooled services.
No big loss there, mate. 8 caps suck.
Yeah, they were horrible. Every time I had I did try another one. I keep forgetting the name, so I don't want to name it because it sounds similar to one of the others. But it took literally like 20 or 30 seconds to open a trade. Like you put the trade on and it just sits there pending and like very little lag. So where is it? It was like it's too good to be true. That's the thing. The super low spreads. The lag was literally well less than 50 milliseconds. Well, if they pay out, so we'll see. We'll see if they pay out.
I think 8cap just ruined their reputation when they joined with the prop firm.
Yeah, because their original services weren't that bad from my reports.
Mm-hmm.
But it seemed to be that whatever they offered the prop firms must have been on like much smaller bandwidth than their real servers. So they were just like, it was just awful experience.
That's already.
This is looking painful, man. Still unsure if this is going to work out or not. We're breaking this low now, taking this doji. So is it just come back to retest the trend line? We've left in balance here. I'd like to see a break. Gold's dropping as well. Looks like it just did the pullback. Yeah, got clean candles. Looks like everything just came back to, it was purely what we said at the start. It was look for price to pull back to lower time frame structure that's above current price, and then look to sell. See if there's any news that's popped up. Is anyone anything right now?
I've got a runner still going on German. Short runner.
Gone TP Asian high, Tom, cool. Only 31 pips so far for this London Open. Pretty small, not much volume here.
Oh, has bounced again.
could be a nice little reaction area, Glenn, for NAS. If we can sweep Asian high, take out the liquidity above it, take out the liquidity above this high into this little bit of structure.
There's some nice candles there. You've got them marked out. I've got it slightly lower. Those candles there are quite nice as well.
So see if we can get some price reactions from here. Just an alert. And we've got another zone above it, but I'd be willing to give that lower zone a shot. Do I have a shot clock time threshold for certain occurrences when trading? You mean like time of day to take a trade? Or like how long it takes? Oh, sorry, Glenn. Where was that arrow? I didn't see it till this end.
Me?
Did you put that blue?
That was there for the NAS, mate.
Oh, okay. Hey, Tom, you're a little long here from the trend lines working out well. Shock, like I prefer to take a trade. Like I don't want to take a trade like in the last like 5 minutes of a 30-minute or hour candle closing, if that's what you mean. But like in the first like few minutes, like say we get a bullish candle, and it's not a bullish candle, and the hour candle's like closing something like this, then I don't mind taking a trade in like the first 10 minutes of the new candle, especially if it's like just pushing up, knowing that it's likely that it'll have like that bottom wick. But I don't want to enter on the close unless it's pushed up into a lovely area and then close something like that. Then I don't mind like taking a trade to see if it can just push straight down from it, like kind of like this kind of occurrence on a higher time frame. But I'm always cautious if it's something. Sometimes I forget, just watching the candles, I just get distracted and I enter a trade and I immediately remember, I'm like, oh, that was like 8:30 when I took a trade, or 9 o'clock. I don't like doing those kind of timings. For how long a trade takes, if I'm sitting here watching it, obviously I don't want it to last a long time. I want it to start moving away from an entry so I can like deal with it. But if I'm sitting here and watching it, it can be an agonizing wait if it's not moving. And a lot of the time, it usually does actually work out alright. It just means I just sat here watching it, unsure of the result, and then just that feeling of being unsure if it's going to actually work out or not, and watching it sucks. I'd rather just turn the computer off or go deal with something to not watch it, because me watching it's not going to change anything. Thanks, Treadbeats. Most days, but I was just away. I was in Australia for the last month, so I only got back on basically Tuesday evening, so I resumed them again. It was a good month away, but tried to do the streams. So I did the streams with my guys, but streaming to YouTube, very difficult when I'm just taking a laptop. Need to have like the other monitors at the same time, so I just didn't stream for a month. So gold's pushing up again. Pretty nice little 3-4 minute candles here. It's looking like this is on the higher time frame. It's looking like it's really done that fake out. So now we can pop up into this sell zone. 15 minute looks pretty good. That 15-minute candle. Nice bullish engulfing. Broke the low of the previous like little fat body doji. Close higher. Now we'll just see what it can do inside of this structure. If it can actually close inside of here on the lower time frames, then that 2169.5, that who was looking at that? Josh was looking at that number. That comes in play for sure. Pretty nice little move here. See if German, because at the moment indices and gold fairly correlated. So see if we can actually get that push up. So for Tom, you'd be looking very thankful for it. I just want to see this high broken so they can disregard feeling like I might have missed the move. At the moment, if we break that trend line, that second break, then coming up, then that becomes a sell move for me. But right now, when it's sort of in this, I don't really see bearish structure. I actually see bullish structure forming. So at the moment, even though I've got the sell cap on, I'm not actually looking to take a sell from here. Just yet. Okay, Adelaide. Well, we've got the study session this weekend as well, so maybe see you there. But have a good Friday evening. Are you holding anything on NAS, Glenn?
Right, mate.
Yeah.
I'm actually in drawdown on those. I got in on a bounce there and I couldn't get out of it quick enough.
All right. When I was trading NAS yesterday, so much volatility that when I was entering the trade, it was almost like zero drawdown. And when I look at it, like only looks like really small moves, but even just like getting into it when it was coming down, it was almost zero drawdown, and like that's 40 pips just in that little move here.
Crazy, eh?
Yeah. Especially cause like I was actually in the city, so I just had it like the MetaTrader app open, so you don't get to see everything to the left, so you lose perspective and you just look at the numbers. You're like, geez, it's just like you enter and literally you're 5 pips already away from your entry.
You know, I didn't buy gold. I had that area flagged.
Yeah, I'm just not considering the sells.
Nice price action too.
So I'm not considering the buys. I'm looking for the sells. So like, even though I wanted to see this, like, give this kind of reaction, I didn't want to take any of these buys here. Yeah, I was actually listening to this guy talking about copper only the other day, saying it's a good barometer. And then I just saw something here on Financial Juice. They're talking about the price of copper being at like a 11-month high. Over here, copper surges. Why am I looking for sales? Because of the PPI yesterday. I think with that, there's still just I'm just looking for the US dollar to hold a bit of strength still, as they consider what that high inflation. Oh, look at this, German's done the drop again. What that inflation had for what impact that inflation data had, that they'll be pushing back. Maybe like they're not even going, like they're still going to do, like they're still pricing in cuts for the year, but now they thought they were going to do like initially 7 rate cuts. Now it's in line with the Fed 3 rate cuts, and now before then they were looking at cutting in March. Now it's not March. Then it was going to be May. Now it's not May. Now it's going to be June. And now it's going to be, if it becomes more of a 50-50 for even June, then that's going to lead to like the stocks they got ahead of themselves, pricing in cuts too early. So that's what led to this, like one of the reasons why it led to this massive rally. And now as the market's just sort of gathering intel, all these indices are quite correlated, even the European ones with the US. Now, if oil price, we can see oil here above $80 a barrel, that's not going to help inflation come down. So if inflation is going to still be stickier, and whilst the employment market's tight, there's still no reason for the Fed to rush cuts. So any sort of impact when you've got inflation data, employment data, and the interest rates, they're the 3 things that are going to move equities, as well as guess like earnings. But at the moment, there's a lot of more pressure on the Fed to going to hold for even longer than they were expecting. So that leads to US dollar strength. So I'm looking at that to just temper any bullish drivers that's currently got gold. So whilst gold is still trading very close to all-time highs, I think there's more potential today. When I look at like where price of gold is, I don't think that this is the low of the day. I don't even think this is the low of the London session. So whilst gold can still close quite bullish, I'm sure there will be a sell move, and I don't want to go into the market with a mixed bias. That I'd rather just, I'm either bullish or I'm bearish, and then wait for price action that's going to support that view, and just look for like where predictable targets are going to be. So I still understand the whole case for gold being very bullish, but right now with a strong US dollar as well, or news that came out yesterday of a strong US dollar, I would like to be looking for sells from some area where I do believe there'll be a reaction, and maybe just maybe that reaction, even if I take like 30-40 pips from it, secure some profits, maybe that reaction can turn out to be a great trade. And I'm even just like planning something like this.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Alright, man, this is slow. Alright, so it's nearly 9 o'clock. I'm going to have to end the Trading Nut stream. I'm still going to continue on mine because we haven't found anything yet. It's just been range bound basically since they opened. So if you want to continue, navigate over here to Haydos FX on YouTube. If not, I'll see Trading Nut guys next week on Monday. But we've still got more to do. We've got to try find. Be patient. Wait for this range to sort of give up this range bound condition. So Trading Nut stream. Have a good weekend. See you on my channel, or I'll see you next week. My YouTube, stay on. I know it's been boring open, but we've been sitting and waiting long enough. We're gonna get this. All right, see ya. Boy, oh boy. An hour locked in a 16 pip consolidation.
Mhm.
Wasn't really any surprise though for your German 40. That would get a pretty slow day. Even when PPI came out yesterday, it was slow to move. Oh yeah, to add to that, Chris, doesn't like what? Because I know you're in the long for gold, and that's I want it to keep on going up. So don't let just because I'm looking for sells.
Oh no. Oh no, it's just yeah. I don't know. Like I just had a good day today with the just in that period, just towards the end of the Asian and start of the Euro. Like just I don't know, just trying different stuff, and most of it's not working. But your stuff works, but I like this stuff I try myself is just a bit out there. But I don't know, just only on the 1 minute and just kind of in and out, and it was. I was also watching something with this guy today about the shoe thing. If you like, I don't know if it's a well-known thing or something. It was he was talking about a lady he was trading with, and just the shoe pattern.
The shoe pattern.
I know. It's the first I've heard of it today too. I had a bit of time because I was, I'll just had one of those days at work, so I just had enough of work and just trying to look at this stuff all I could. But just I think it was like it's on the 1 minute, like a scalping kind of thing, and just taking the doesn't matter what kind of trend for the whole day, but like obviously the bias would be better to look at the daily bias and just say what the trade in that direction. But you can do it in mainly sells. I think that seemed to be though, like it'd be like a engulfing candle, usually going down, and then it'd be like a pullback and then go in. So it'd be like it looks like when he was.
Oh, is it like
video was like
pulling you back and then kicking, something like that?
Yeah, like but when it was just like a heel, like an engulfing candle down, and then a pullback up, and then it just looked like where he kind of did his little pattern. It looked like a shoe
like this
pattern, and then you just go down again.
like a high heel.
Oh, yours is more elaborate than his was. That looks like a yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
put some
Oh,
toes here as well.
Good. No, actually, that's pretty confusing. That actually looks more like a shoe. What you drew there, but it is looks like just like a kind of a 45-degree angle, like an L with a 45-degree angle on the pullback. So it was just
Right.
It was like you had to have the engulfing candle. It seemed to be always what he was showing was always shorts. So I'm assuming it works the opposite way for buys, but it was like a engulfing candle. Then it used to pull back up. It worked. The way he was showing the video, it worked every time, obviously, because they're showing the video and they want you to subscribe, I suppose. But but it looked pretty good. Like it was just like the pattern. I tried it, didn't work for me. It was just so it was just like a
Yeah, training from specific
like
levels
theory.
as well is very important.
Yeah, that's right. I think he had his levels there, but it was just because it was in that zone. But he was, I think he just picked a moment in time, and it just looked better than it was. It was just like she had three phases in a row, and it just looked better than it. Yeah, but it was good the way it was. It was kind of you see the engulfing, and then it was a pullback, and then go in to get the next engulfing. Like it was like a anyway, but it was
like a continuation pattern. So something, see, like an engulfing, like an engulfing, and then a little pullback.
Yep.
And then another engulfing.
Yeah, like it was on the 1 minute, so you'd have you might have 3 little pullbacks candles.
Oh yeah, and then go again.
Kind of like a bigger go again kind of thing. It was 3 times a row. It looked impressive at the time, but that was basically just a snapshot though.
Sure.
Like that's great. Yeah, it doesn't kind of work. It's not going to work every time, but it was just I guess. But it was soon to be going against the trend though as well. So it'd be different if you're going with the trend. Wish you'd rely on it a bit more if it was going to do that, but then you wouldn't have the engulfing candles in that scenario. But anyway,
finally breaking out of this range. So whole hour I've just did nothing, and now we're pushing. So we've got this. We're getting clean candles here now, which is promising. Let's just see if we can push up into this liquidity area, give us a rejection, and then even if it just continues trending up, at least like if we can get like a rejection, we can just get like a bit of a drop to pull back. Even if it just pulls back into this area, we'll just try to take this part. And hopefully we can just continue pushing down, but at least getting the risk out of this trade being on a Friday. But this is what we want. We do want to see clean candles. Now we want to see it push up into this zone, this like black circle area. Start seeing some rejection wicks, not closing too high above it, and then I think we've got to sell. Tom, did you buy into your sell, or are you still holding both?
No, I was so relieved to get in profit that I just closed the position.
Oh, right.
So it wasn't a bad trade. But
It was a great trade. Yeah, no, great trade. Great trade idea. That's why the first break is so dangerous. Super, super, super dangerous. That's what I was saying. Like, if it breaks the second time, yeah, we've got to sell on there. Now, if we can push up. Actually, are you still watching, brother?
Yes.
Let's see if your zone comes in. I mean, there's the same zone. We had this zone as well. Let's just hope that candle, because I didn't spot that candle that you're pointing out on the 1 hours, wasn't it? Oh, wait, no. Oh, that was, yeah. No, I clicked one. I clicked 2 hours. You're talking about this candle here, aren't you? And then trading above here.
Yes.
Yeah, beautiful. Then it can fill this gap as well. Let's see. Little rejection. Four minutes, still got a little bit to close. 5 minutes, there's nothing yet. 1 minute. I do like the clean candles. Are you talking about this fix, Tom? The Tokyo fix?
Yeah. It's just moved from the open. It's just moved from fix to fix.
That's why I want to see gold keep on pushing up, so I can sell it down to this fix level. New York high is right here. And we've got a liquidity candle on the 15 minutes for that CPI candle. So we're kind of attacking that level. So I just want to see like a wick above it. Patient building day.
You want to see gold get to 2170 so I can get out, and then you can sell.
Then that'll be the best of both worlds, won't it?
Yeah. There's a lot of comedians doing this stream while you were in Australia, mate.
I heard.
They're pretty quiet tonight.
What are you talking about? Who are you talking about?
No, nothing. Mate.
Who's that about?
What goes on tour stays on tour.
Got a focus, but I'm not.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, where are these comedians?
Yeah, they're Marcel Marceau's tonight.
They crawl back under their rocks.
Yeah, leave me in silence.
Not so funny anymore, huh?
Yeah, it's like it wasn't real. It was just a parallel universe, and then I would.
Okay,
Haydos doesn't believe me.
What's that?
That's on a little pump. Wasn't watching.
Took an Asian high now. All right, let's watch very closely. Okay, 5 minute closed above the high. So just waiting to see if this slows down a little bit. Four minutes looking good. Because of the spread so low, tempted to take a trade. Keep a super tight stop. Come on. Just push up. Only risk like 5 pips. Risk a fraction of oh, you're in I've cool. Let's have a look at 2 minutes. Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah. This could be a really good risk reward here.
Now, if you look on the 5 minute,
Yeah.
we never close above that area.
Yeah.
We just took out that high.
Yeah. First 15 minutes closed. See what it does here. If I can. Bit annoying I didn't get into this one. The time I was like setting it for then up. I was hoping this was going to just push a little bit higher. Now I've got to wait for myself personally. I've got to wait for the retest. Dave, you're in. Awesome. Nice. From where I've got in. Pretty good risk reward. Risk reward's not everything though. There's no point having a tight stop loss just for the sake of it. Annie, you're in as well. Awesome. Very good. Like obviously I'd prefer to give it like 10, 15 pips. But in this case, when moving so slow, there's a good chance when it is moving so slow like this. I think these lovely areas you can get really good little slow moving scalps for good risk reward. Okay, it's going to give me a chance to get in. What I see is a rejection again. Yeah, bounced off the top of that. Right, I'm in now. Wish me luck. So entry 58.70. Given it at 75. If it's breaking the high of this, I'll close majority. So I'm only risking really like less than 10 pips. Don't mind giving it a second, like a couple of chances of getting in, but I don't want to like hold too much drawdown. Yeah, looking like it. Wait to see how this 5-minute candle closes. Otherwise, I'm going to kill this trade. Yeah, I'm gonna close it now. Basically break even. I'll keep it on here just so I can watch to see what happened, but the trade's done. Getting a little bit close to that 30-minute candle closing. Don't like how it's pushing up into this 15-minute here. There'll be another chance for an entry, I'm sure. But this trade is closed. So put it over so people don't think it's still running. We'll see how it goes.
How far away is the next announcement, mate?
There's no real news
there
until
news?
yeah,
there's no news.
yeah, there's no news. So it's kind of just grinding away, unless it's like something unexpected. ECB inflation continues to fall. There is an ECB speaker at the moment. Yeah, it's just one of those days. It's just a slow day.
Yeah.
Bit of a hangover from yesterday's PPI. The 5-minute doesn't look great just yet. I like how it's struggling to close, so I'm willing to give this idea a second chance. This candle here is bothering me. This one.
Yep.
That's bothering me, and I'm not really seeing many rejection wicks from the upside just yet. Because we're only just taken the Asian high. We aren't yet at this area, and this is where there's structure. So I would like to see it push into that area and then give it a second chance, and that would move this area up a bit.
Nose is breaking down.
Oh, typical.
Just pull back the structure.
I'm going to send an alert at this point here. I want to see what the price action is doing when it's tapping into it. All right. Well, I'm going to have to get going. I can hear Maddie's pretty upset, so I'm going to have to go do some father duties. Looking, obviously, like we're trying to pick a top here. We don't need to pick tops if that's not your thing. Wait for price to break under. Based on the higher time frame, based on yesterday's fundamentals, I'm pretty keen on looking for a sell. But that sell might not even happen until like closer to New York session. So if this trend line can hold, if it breaks during London Open, yep, definitely I think that'll be a sell zone. If we push up and you get another rejection wick, then I think this could be like a riskier sell zone, but one that's got better risk reward potential. So for me personally, I'm looking for the sells, unless there's some new news that comes in. Obviously, after the sentiment news for New York session, once New York session comes in, then if there's new news coming into it, then I might change my bias. But basically, if everything stays as it is, then I'm going to hold on to the sell bias. Just so I'm planning my sell zones from above, or once it finally does put in a market top, then how I want to get into it if it starts trending down. But I'm looking for a market top here, and the sells would be easier if New York session's a little bit bearish. I'm basically just looking to sell from here. So whether it's gonna this here failed, now we're breaking the highs, or not quite, but looks like we're about to. So now I'm not really interested in the sells until we start seeing rejections from like this area, or even from up here. We'll see where it goes. And London's been super slow, so I'm gonna have to get going. Now we're about to break this high.
You gonna be on in New York or?
Probably not today. I'll have to see how Maddie is.
No worries.
Sarah's been had a lot of time just with her, so
Yeah.
she needs to unpack and stuff like that. So
It's good to have you back anyway. We're all kind of
yeah, that's great to be back.
Even if there is that comedic factor lacking now,
Yeah, now back to monotone, boring Hayden.
It was free to say something funny, guys. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the
table for some of us.
yeah, no pressure on Haydos to be funny.
Yeah.
Hey, that's when the study session likely to be? What time? Tomorrow, did you say it was?
Sunday.
Oh,
Sunday will be we'll do it normal time, which is going to be about 9:30 UK time.
Ooh.
Yeah, 9:30 UK time. So,
what's the movie with Tom Hanks when he's the cowboy? It's pretty obvious, but I can't think of the name of it. The movie.
he's a cowboy.
Like when he's with got Buzz Lightyear and that.
Toy Story.
Yeah, Toy Story. It's like that. Like we're all kind of like, Haydos comes back and everyone's silent.
Yeah, it's like the toys looking at it.
When Haydos is away,
the toys wake up. Lewis, every day, 7:30 to about 9:30, for London Open. All right, now the alert's gone off. So good move, killing this trade. Gold looks like it's pushing up as well. Now, yeah, have to wait and see, man. This is such a slow morning. Nothing to show for it. Basically, a BE minus 2 pips. All right, I'm out of here, guys. So trade safe. I'm still looking for these sells. This is at least it's getting to an interesting level now. Just sucked that we had to like sit through this for an hour, and then it did push up, and then try to take an entry here, didn't work out, and now it's just popped up again. But now we're into these much more interesting zones. I kind of just wish it opened and went straight up into here, because then we could have got clean candles, and then we could have seen a rejection, and we could have taken something at least. But now I'm going to be watching it, but I'm going to have to go look after my daughter. So, 0.4% time. Very good. All right, guys. Well, trade safe. I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys on Sunday or Monday. So scroll up your jokes. I want to see some good ones on Sunday. Everyone's going to have a joke. A joke.
I've got a good joke, but you haven't got time to listen to it. I'll tell it now if you got 30 seconds.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Okay. So there's a guy working in a supermarket, and he's just sorting out the fruit and veg, and the lady comes up to him. And she says, "Oh, just where's the broccoli?" And he's going, "Oh, sorry, ma'am. It's tomorrow. It's need a lot of broccoli. We're out of broccoli. No worries." She goes away. A couple minutes later, he gets a tap on the shoulder. "Oh, just look for some broccoli," from the same lady. He kind of like, no, I just told her, but yeah, sorry, ma'am. Yeah, tomorrow, next lot of broccoli's coming in, and at 5 minutes later, this is the summarised version. Got to go, but the lady comes back up to him again, and it says, "Oh, I can't find broccoli anywhere. Where's the broccoli?" And he's just shaking his head, and he's going, "Really?" And he says, "Well, ma'am, can you do me a favour? Can you spell cat as in catastrophe?" And she goes, "Yes, C-A-T." And he goes, "Can you spell dog as in dogmatic?" And she goes, "Yes, D-O-G." And he said, "Okay, can you spell?" I should warn about this, but fuck as in broccoli. And she goes, "There's no fucking broccoli." And she goes, "Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you."
I like it. It's going to get a repeat.
It's going to get me a language
You
warning
can
too.
do a log of that in the study session.
Got to rush it a bit.
Well played.
Sorry.
Very good, very good.
No, it's good. We've got to scrub up on these dad jokes. Gonna need them for when Maddie's older.
Yeah,
You get 5 pips as a prize of the currency of your choice.
broccoli jokes don't go real good with kids anyway.
Yeah, they don't like it, do they? They're all veg.
No, don't blame them.
Alrighty. Well, guys, take care. I'll see you Sunday. And YouTube, I'll see you Monday.
Good reading.
Alright.
Okay.
See ya.
See you, mate. Thank you. Bye.